Ken Trahan with Lenny Vangilder for SportsNOLA.com. It's our first NBC weekend recap, and what a weekend it was, all concentrated on the Super Bowl. And what a Super Bowl it was, all concentrated on a final minute game-winning drive, and then one deep breath on another drive that could have changed the outcome at the end. Lenny, this was an outstanding game on many fronts.
It really was. It was, what you would expect out of these two teams, like we talked about last week. When these two teams get together, it always manages to be a thrilling football game. Even when they're not lighting up the scoreboard, perhaps, they manage to play very compelling games, and it's exactly what we saw once again Sunday night. And the New Orleanian Eli Manning leads his team down the field once again against Tom Brady and the Patriots to pull out another victory.
Some have advocated having these two teams play in the Super Bowl every year. The last 4 games they've played have been decided by 4, 3, and 3 points. I guess most notable is the fact that the Giants have now won the last 3. And they won this one because they made plays when the game was on the line, and the Patriots did not. It's as simple as that.
Absolutely. I mean, early on there were some errors out there, but from the Giants' standpoint. But you look in the fourth quarter, the interception by Blackburn, the great catch on the sidelines, by Manningham, going down the field, on that drive. About the only thing you could question that the Giants did in the fourth quarter was should Ahmad Bradshaw have scored a touchdown, and that will be a discussion that will go on all this week. Should he have gone down? Should they have taken a chance on a field goal? All those types of things. And then that last gasp play at the end, the Giants, batting it away, and who knows if that's a healthy Rob Gronkowski, maybe he dives and makes that catch or jumps in the air and makes that catch to win the game.
Well, you can't be certain about a field goal, but it's over 90% in the NFL inside of 25 yards, which it would have been. I had a problem with 2 plays in that final sequence. I had a problem with Hakeem Nicks allowing himself to be pushed out of bounds after he gets a first down in bounds by at least 4 or 5 yards. Just go down at that spot and allow the clock to continue to run. By going out of bounds, he stops the clock, preserving the Patriots' timeout. And of course, 2 plays later, Bradshaw thinks about it, but it's too late when he thinks about it. You got to preconceive that before you score, because truly, Lenny, you still could have scored the touchdown had you eaten more clock and maybe scored with less than 30 seconds left, and then the odds of the Patriots doing anything were really slim and none.
Well, exactly. And, what it comes down to on those 2 plays is you are asking players to make thoughtful decisions, but their football instincts stop at that point. It's you're trying to make that extra yard. You're trying to make the play, and that's what you're taught to do as an athlete. And now you're taught, wait, don't try to do this because we need to let more clock run. It's the plays have been made before, but it's a different thought process for these guys than what they're used to 99% of the time as football players.
Eli Manning now a lead. He wins 2 Super Bowls, 2 Super Bowl MVPs. He outplayed Tom Brady. Brady played well, and I'm going to take issue with some of the scoffers of Brady. He played very well. The interception was a great play by Blackburn. The throw to Wes Welker was the game-changing play. It was not a perfect throw. It did not lead him, but that's a catch that Wes Welker makes 90% of the time or more. And if he makes that catch, Lenny, they're at least at the 20. They're going to score at least a field goal. They're going to eat up at least 2 or 3 more minutes off that clock, force the Giants to call timeouts, and if they score a touchdown, then the game's over.
Exactly. That was clearly a play that changed the game. And another guy you got to give credit to on the Giants that we haven't mentioned is the St. James graduate, Corey Webster. As a result of that second down drop by Welker, the next play on third down, Webster makes a huge pass breakup that forces the punt that gives the Giants the ball back. If he's not there, Johnny, on the spot, the Giants, or rather the Patriots, may convert that first down and may still have the football right now.
That was not a good throw. He led the receiver into Corey Webster, who, by the way, was not even credited with a pass defense on that play by NFL statistics. So, bottom line is, Brady played well, at times very well, but Manning played better. The Patriots made some plays, but the Giants made the plays at the crucial times. End of story.
Absolutely. And the Giants are Super Bowl champions, and they'll get to open the season the Thursday night after Labor Day. Oh, by the way, the Saints go to New York next year. Could we see the Saints again playing on the Thursday night opener? Just a thought. There's a lot of other good teams playing the Giants as well in the Meadowlands next year.
Yeah, and of course a lot of Saints fans watching that game just shaking their heads yesterday, knowing full well that the Giants would not have come to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome and won in the playoffs, and the Patriots, who basically played a light schedule and didn't beat much of anybody, would not have beaten the Saints. Agree?
I agree. I promise you the Giants were very happy that the 49ers beat the Saints. They didn't have to come back down here. You know, one point about Blackburn that you see in the aftermath, Blackburn, when the Giants came here at the end of November, Blackburn wasn't even on the roster. He was still teaching as a substitute teacher. The Giants got 2 linebackers hurt in the Saints game at the end of November. They brought in Blackburn off the street the next day because they had injuries.
Kudos to the Manning family. It's still mind-boggling. We're used to it, but to have 2 sons that have now won 3 Super Bowls and have won MVPs in those Super Bowls on each occasion, Eli and Peyton, that's just amazing for Archie and Olivia Manning. Congratulations to them. We also want to remind you to watch SportsNOLA TV Monday night, 6 p.m. on WHNO Channel 20, a full recap of the Super Bowl with highlights, and in addition, you'll have an exclusive sit-down interview with Tulane head football coach Curtis Johnson, which I know you will enjoy. Lenny, it's always a pleasure.
As always, we'll see you Friday.
All right, for First NBC and for Lenny Vangilder, I'm Ken Trahan.